All right, welcome back, everyone, and my fellow Man Cave crew. I'm Black Iris. We're back on live. Before I get started, I'd like to thank everyone that has tuned in. I'd like to thank everyone on all platforms and all my newest members. And the newest member we got, I'd like to give thanks to is Dave De Silva. Much respect to you. I hope my content it gets more and more entertaining for you guys as well as you. And we're going to keep this thing going as long as we can. I'm going to try to make this show a little bit short today to get people on with their days, and just enough for when you're driving and you want to listen to something, because sometimes you either are a person that listens to the video or wants to watch it. I'm here to please and I'm here to entertain. You have any suggestions about any of my shows, please don't hesitate to hit me up. And if you have any ideas of shows you want me to do, please, once again, send me a hit, link up, whatever. Totally down. And I'll be having my Discord set up really shortly, so we'll be able to share all that wonderful stuff. So let's get to this video and see what's going on.
A lot of you niggas that's showing up with roses and all this shit in the beginning, y'all there that night, and then y'all might get a date. Y'all probably don't even get a text back, while the nigga who ain't provided nothing is blowing her back out.
Bro,
so it's
facts.
like, y'all gotta understand these types of things and just know your true value. Only you can define what your value is. You feel me? Not some girl that is trying to get something out of you.
Sadly but true. Sadly but true. You're going to have women that will see that as a sign of weakness. This was never always the case all the time. Things have changed. Our lives have changed. The world has changed. So what women want is completely different than what they wanted many years ago. Or as my friend would say, many moons. It sucks, but it is what it is. You are looked at as a sucker or a lame. You are looked at as what so many of them on TikTok have said, have called them foodie dates. And pretty much just getting the guy who will get them to pay the food, nothing in return but a doggy bag, and then they get the guy who they really like, who doesn't have to spend a dime, gets a full belly, and pumps you full of whatever he's got.
Bro,
Fucked up thing. These simps don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. They make it hard for regular
They
niggas.
like, nigga, fuck what y'all talking about. I'm gonna cash out online.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta see the bitch ever a day in my life. They don't give a fuck. Cuz.
Fly around.
That's my other problem. See, I don't have a problem with the simps that are just raised the right way, because unfortunately, I'm going to say it, women don't teach their boys. They teach them, hey, treat a woman with respect, treat a woman with respect. And they don't get into specifics that it is the right type of woman. They don't teach you that there's a wrong type of woman. Because women just have that default where they just don't want to look at themselves or women as being the default or being the worst case. So they know they're out there, but they're so afraid to just simply say, these type of women are bad for you. It sucks, but it's how it works. So I don't have a problem with them. They will either learn or deal with it in their own way. It's the simps like on Instagram, OnlyFans that come out here and they just like a video. Boom. They like a woman's video. Then they make comments. I first started seeing this on Facebook. And I'm just like, this can't be right. Maybe it's just me. Then Instagram came out and all these other platforms started coming out. And the simp behavior is through the roof. It is beyond help. These guys are beyond help. They will give money to these women for doing nothing. Let that sink in. They will literally take their money, spend their money. And I believe when a woman says, that guy spent 60 grand on me, I totally believe it, because men today are broken and disgusting. And I don't respect those men because they ruin it for every other man that basically put in the work. Now you got these ugly women that think that they're 10s.
All types
That's
of
what's
shit.
crazy, but I agree with you because I say this shit all the time. When you strip people of everything else, the only thing that matters is what their character, their morals, their principles, and character as far as the integrity, the things that they stand on, that they believe in. You know what I mean? Other than that, if you're not standing on those type of things, the morals and principles, everything gonna crumble, it's gonna fold. And this is why, like you say, you are what you are because of anything can shake you. But if you have those characters and morals and principles, you're not even going for that. You're not even doing certain things. Bitch, you fuck with me for me. Don't fuck with me for how much cash I got.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, but these niggas be ready to so tricky. I got the
You know, I used to be a simp many years ago. I know what it was like. Many men on this planet have felt that pain. They know they've been at that. And then you have the men that put on the front. No, we come here at the man cave with the truth. I've learned my lesson. I've done that whole thing of, if I court these women and all this, and I learned that not all women are created equal. You got to earn that. You're the prize men. They're just teaching you that you're not. And these women bring themselves. They don't do jack squat, but bring themselves. They can claim, I put makeup on this and that. So what? The man stood up when he got your number and did something that most women, and I do say the majority of women, can't do on their own. They don't have no pickup game, but they want a man to have the ultimate pickup game. Have you seen some videos of women trying to mac? It's horrible. It is horrible. They have zero idea what the heck they're doing because they ain't built for this.
Bag got the bag, like he said. You got the bag to get the bitch. And now the bitch only fucking with you because you got the bag.
That's it.
But if you a nigga that got characters, morals, and principles, bitch, you gonna fuck with me with this bag or without this bag. You know what I mean?
For the simps, it's like, I don't understand how y'all live that type of life, going through life not knowing if a woman really fucks with you for you. I could never live
They don't care.
in a world where, like,
They really don't.
on the fence about, is she just here for the money, or is she here because she really fuck with me, or what is it? That shit would drive me crazy.
You got to realize, bro, the same 304s, the hoes that's making these lists is the same 304 hoes that's creating these simps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hoes choose to be single mothers. Single mothers raise weak men. Weak men actually destroy society because a society full of weak men, they don't stand on nothing. So the government can corrupt the whole society because all y'all weak. Y'all ain't gonna stand for nothing.
There you go. The government wants weak men. See, strong men rebel. Weak men fall in line. Weak men raised by single mothers fall in line. Weak men pay women to do things. We don't want to admit this, but this is the truth. These women breed the worst kind of men. They will breed with the worst kind of men. And that whole listing, and I mean this on the men's side or the women's side, this was the stupidest thing in the world. All these women are only upset because they were not honestly to be honest, they were beneath those places. Nah. Yeah, because those places were above you. They were out of your reach. The reason why I say this, because the dudes that you like didn't want to take you there and didn't have to. You would go to Pound Town with them because you knew that D game was good. The losers were the ones that paid for your meals. But I'm glad that you guys go online and talk about how you use these things for foodie dates. That's why I love when it comes to gossip, women will talk. And I say perfect. You should talk, because when you talk, you get to expose yourself. We don't have to do anything. You just say everything that's necessary. And then when you go up, you talking all this if, at, and the but, and the third. And now all these men know. Unfortunately, we have some stupid men that just don't get it.
Y'all gonna allow anything, y'all gonna go for anything. And all that stem from the top. It stem from these bitches having babies by these weak ass, simp ass niggas. And then they blaming all men. But
because they can't go on record saying that Pookies and Ray Rays destroyed my life. They can't, because everyone's gonna know. Then why do you keep going at the Pookies and Ray Rays? Every person on the planet knows what a Pookie and Ray Ray is. So you can't admit that you are accepting bottom of the barrel because you've been talking about how you deserve to have the high price things. My thing has always been this. You have the 80% of men that are undateable because women don't want them until they become something that woman wants when they're broken, used up, fat, old, and useless. Then you have the top 10% of men that every woman goes after. It doesn't matter if they're fat, young, old. Doesn't matter. They will ugly. They will go after that top 10%. But when they want their jollies, they will go after the bottom 10%. The guys with no job, no future, but they look good and they look like thugs. And they will go after that dude because he has a great mouthpiece and knows how to hit that spot. Automatically, by default, you are the bottom of the barrel because you F the bottom of the barrel with no protection and no precautions.
I like that you said that as far as the... You know what? No, I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone. But I'm going to say this, though. Any woman that has a list like that, bro, you should already know she comes from nothing, because that should be regular to any adult. Like it should be regular to any adult. And society has finessed men to believe you have to impress a woman on a date. No, you impressed her when you got her number and she was interested in getting to know you. So the date is to get to know each other, to see if we compatible to have a future together. So if you feel like you gotta impress her, you already lost already from the jump. Cause
Just be yourself, bro. Sometimes make some jokes, sometimes be serious, make it lighthearted. But going out here buying this expensive dinner, that's for the birds, bro. You're wasting your money with all that. Sitting here trying to, to further push the fact that, you're really into this girl. No, she's got to be into you more than anything else in the world. That's it.
He's supposed to be impressing you the same if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? This is a two-way street. But
it's not a job interview. It's not a job interview.
Men just got to get back to being men, and we got to set the standard. We can't even be so upset with the women because they're only doing.
I'm going to be really honest with you. It is a job interview. You're looking at her to see how she acts, how she treats you, how she takes wherever you go. She's applying to be your woman, not you to be her girl. And what I mean by that is that she's gaining way more from you than you will from her. Outside of her on your arms. Now, we're not even talking about marriage. We're talking about just being on your arms, looking pretty, and opening up her legs when you need to. What else is she doing for you? But you got to pay for dinner. You got to pay for the trip. You got to drive her around. You got to do all these other things. This is a job interview.
What men allow.
And that goes back to, like you saying, about the simps and about having self-discipline. Like, as a man, you have to, okay, I might really want to fuck with this girl, but she is giving me A through Z of why I shouldn't. A lot of niggas will see A through Z and still go on that date. It's like, y'all got to have a self-discipline and understand, okay, I'm going to go get the next one. Let me pass on you and you and you until I feel like this is the right fit. And that's the problem. You niggas allow anything up in your space just for some pussy. Like, pussy's going to be there no matter what. You get what I'm saying? So you should not be that thirsty for it. And that's just really how I feel about it.
I'm not gonna lie though, I do want to shout out to the women that's not fucking with them lists, that's not out here just promoting all this bullshit that these bitches is promoting, because they just following trends anyway. They putting these lists out, acting like they hopping on this shit. But shout out to the women that still stand strong with niggas that ain't too good to go to the Cheesecake Factory, ain't too good to go out with they niggas and go hiking or go to the beach or whatever the case is, man. Shout out to y'all, because y'all the ones that's really winning. Everybody else, and fuck them other bitches.
Hey, and on top of that, we need the women that disagree with that to voice that they disagree with it. Because a lot of y'all is quiet about these types of women, and so we don't know who's who. I heard somebody say, like, the good women are standing too close to the hoes. Like, y'all doing,
Facts.
y'all look like them, talk like them, walk like them, but y'all not hoes. Like, y'all gotta differentiate for us so we can know.
No, absolutely right. I 100% agree. The thing is, and I've been saying this for how long? There are women out there who don't agree with this, but they're too afraid to speak up. So what they do is they go to the men's platforms and say the same thing. And I'm like, that's sweet. That's nice. That's really kind and caring. But my biggest issue is this. What are you telling me for? What are you telling all these men for? You come to the man cave and you're going to tell men, oh, I agree with you. Baby, don't tell me. Tell your homegirls. Tell your homegirls this. Go to their platforms. But you want to know why? And I really have respect for them. But you want to know the main reason why they don't go there? Because they know what the outcome's going to be. They know that if they go there and they go to those women platforms and tell them the truth, those women are going to say, get the F out. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. They know this. That's why they come to the safe platform of men's spaces to tell them that. Because they're trying to reassure us. We don't need the reassurance. Well, we do. But you need to make the reassurance adjusted that women aren't tolerating it. You can have every other group that is bothered by something that group does. But if the people in that group say nothing, you're like the rest of them. It's like with police brutality. You can't be a good cop standing right next to a bad cop. If you tolerate it and watch him go down and you let him do it and you don't try to intervene, you now just become a bad cop because you are now a statistic. Same thing with anything else in this world. So the women is the same. It's the same scenario. You guys need to start speaking up, because if you don't, we're gonna see you as one of them and treat you as such. Let's keep it real. Outside of the United States, there's thousands, millions and millions and millions of other women. And the more foreign you go, the more beautiful those women are. And they got less attitudes and are more traditional. So I'm going to tell you right now, you either got to make a decision and stand up against it, or you get left behind.